What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be unboxing, setting up, and doing a demo of the 6.5-foot Gravedigger from Home Depot's 2023 Halloween collection. Let's open this thing up and get to it. Now this specifically I had shipped to my door, so we're going to take this out of a box. So technically you're getting two unboxings. Alright, so we have that unboxing out of the way. Let's check this one out. The box on this actually looks really cool. But I ordered this on July 13th, I do believe it was, when they released everything for the 2023 season. And I had this shipped to my house, and I've yet to even unbox it or set it up. And I really want to see what this guy looks like, because we're doing an all graveyard theme this year. So I want to make sure he's not messed up. If he is, I can get some money back. So let's check it out. Let's open this up. Like I said, his box art actually looks pretty cool. I really like the pictures on this thing. So let's see if it looks as good as it does on the pictures. Alright, so as you can see, everything here inside the box. You got his hands and some of the arms. Some more arms here, his hat, shovel, boots. The base looks totally different than normal. So let's go ahead and let's start getting some of this out. The base is like way heavy duty. Is this base? Yeah, this is the base. This is definitely way more heavy duty than the normal bases that I have seen in the past. So Home Depot must be listening a little bit to us when we complain about the welds and how cheap everything is, because this is pretty stout. And there's a nice thick, like inch and a half piece of metal in here. A little bit of like some C channel. And then you have your mechanism down here for the shovel. So we got to connect some stuff. Plug in cord. Alright, let's set that out. I'm going to go ahead and pull everything out here. Look at this face. He looks pretty goofy. Got the really cool looking owl. So over here we have the pile of arms and hands. The shovel. We got one boot here. The other boot's right there. We have his owl. We got some poles here. We have his clothes. His head. His hat. Main mechanism with his shoulder forms, and then his second mechanism for the shovel movement and his base. So let's get to setting this thing up. Alright, so we have his base, which is part A. You want the box facing out towards your viewing. So you want it facing away. You have part B, which is these poles here. They just slide on with the little snap block. Snap in place. You have your secondary one. Snap that on. Then you have part C, which is his boot. It goes all the way down through. And that's in place. Next we have part D, which is this really long piece of foam. You can kind of crunch it up a little bit. Honestly, I think a pool noodle would do you some justice, or fatten it up a little bit. Because the clothing's a little baggy anyway. So you slide that on. Next are his pants. There's a tag, so we'll just scrunch these up. You want to slide that over top. Just be gentle, you don't rip the fabric. Alright, pull that down. So next is your main mechanism. But I'm going to go ahead right now, since we already have his pants on. What I always like to do, plug these things in, run it down through the pant leg. So we got our main mech, plug that in. Now that we have his pant leg right here, Just drop that down in there. Pull his pant leg up so we can pull it out through the bottom. So now we have his main mechanism. Just snaps on like that, and he just kind of free floats like that. And while this dummy here is down reading directions, totally misses a step, you want to go ahead and take the cord that goes down to the shovel motor and slide that down through the pant leg that we shoved the power cord adapter down through now rather than later. Next is our shovel, which we have to go back down. So let me adjust the camera again, but a shovel is part G. So for his shovel, you're going to want to take off this little snap pin here. And then there's two little pegs down here at the bottom, and there's two on the shovel. They just slide down in. And then on the back of that, on the motor, there is a little white bar that sticks out of there. Slide that over top, and then go ahead and place that clip back in. Now that that's snapped in place, we can move on. Next is part H, which is the other boot. There's some more clips here. On the back of this shovel, on the right-hand side, there is holes for this to slide in. Go ahead and slide that in. And then I have to move around. Put this clip back in the hole. And then his boot is fastened on there. It's not going to fall off if it gets bumped. It's fastened on there pretty decent. Next, we're going to have to do a little bit of finagling here. We got to get this pant leg over top of all this here. Again, just be gentle. These clothes aren't the greatest. It gets bound up. Slide it over his boots. Again, be gentle pulling. You don't want to rip these cheap clothes. They are thicker than usual, but still not the greatest. Next, we have another clip here so the leg doesn't fall out. And there's two holes here on the right hand side. They slide up in. Got that in there. This clip looks like it's going to be a little hard to get in. There we go. Alright, now you can put the pants on the rest of the way around this hip hoop. Next is going to be his head, which we got to fashion all the way up here. There's supposed to be a little clip on his head, but I don't see a little clip, but that's okay. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. So we're going to take the wires, slide them down through the hole, slide his head down in there. I hope this gravedigger is better than the other one, because the old one's like the bottom of his mask was too short and it kept coming out of his shirt and it looked goofy. I feel like the directions skipped a whole lot of spots here. So we have these connections here for the head. We're going to go ahead and plug those in. We got a connection here, which I think is the IR sensor. We got another one here. I don't know what that goes to. I can't imagine that's it. That's the owl. Okay. Looks like next they have us putting this piece on, which is his IR sensor. Just fit this around his neck. There's some Velcro there. There's some string here. I can imagine this ties around his waist. We have the IR sensor. We'll plug that in while we're back here. Sensor's right here. Next is going to be his coat. Go ahead and drape this over. Kind of line up his arms, because next we're going to be doing his arms. Next is part L. It's got a little pin in it. Go ahead and take that out. We're going to feed it up through the sleeve, which this kind of is a pain in the butt. So if you're in a hurry, do something else. There's a Velcro patch right here. We'll go ahead and Velcro it so it doesn't fall out on me. Go ahead and open this up a little bit. Flip this around. Like the other ones, there's a clip. Slide it up through and clip it so it holds that in place. And then, I don't know if there's Velcro on this bad unit or not. Yeah, there is. So we'll go ahead and Velcro that there. Next we have part M, which is his other hand. We'll go ahead and take that clip off. Set that there. Again, we'll go ahead, feed these up through the sleeves. Find the Velcro, stick it on there. Try and pull a sleeve down. Slide that up through. Put our clip back in. Alright, we got his jacket on there. Get that situated. Next is his owl. Alright, so up here where his coat goes, there's a little tiny hole. Really got to look for it because it's not real big. And you got to slide this yellow cable down through here first. Get that out of your way. Fish that out of there. Get it out of your way. And then through that same hole, we got to feed the little peg to the owl in there. Pull your cable down. And then there's a little hole up top. It just slides down in there. Alright, now let's find our Velcro pieces again. Get his coat fashioned back on here. Next we have all of our pieces here. We have O, P, and Q. Q is going to snap in all the way down here on the shovel. And they just turn and lock. Part P is next. Goes down in. Again, locks in place. Then his left hand slides down over that. And then the part O. And we'll get his other hand. Do it this way. I'm just going to try and feed it down through it. There we go. There, we can slide this ring so his hand doesn't look so goofy. Slide that all the way down. There we go. That looks better. Now his arm don't look so distorted. Alright guys, last but not least, we got his hat with all his creepy hair. We got the hat band. And you can fix his hair up. What I don't like is how tight that is on his arm there. And the shovel directly in his face. Let's open him up here. We got some wires to plug in. We got our yellow to yellow wire for the owl. And that should be one of our last wires. Oh, I forgot the long adapter that goes to his foot down here. So we'll have to fish this long one down through. Go down through the left leg. So do this before, at the same time you put the adapter in, do it then. Alright, so now at the very bottom, we got that out. The very bottom, connect that. Pull his pant leg back down. There we go. We got him all set up, ready to go. He looks pretty dang cool. Let's fire him up and give him a demo.
So, you're wondering what I'm doing out here in the dead of night, eh? Well, what does it look like? I'm robbing some graves, obviously. Now, are you gonna grab a shovel and help me or not? I just might split the spoils with you. Every Halloween in this town, it seems that the graveyard here fills up. Or me. Don't worry, I'll save a fresh grave or two for you. You never know what treasures lie in these molding crypts. Some years ago on a night just like tonight, I hear the dead rose up from these graves around here. Oh, there's one now, trying to claw his way to the surface. I'll see if I can meet him halfway. They say this cemetery is haunted. Most of the time, those buried here stay dead. But every once in a while, one pops up and grabs you. So be careful where you dig now. If you're not, they're liable to snatch your ankle and pull you right in with them.
So there we have it. The 6.5 foot Gravedigger from Home Depot's 2023 Halloween collection. This guy is pretty cool. He's pretty tall. I like his face. Although I think I do like the other one better. His sayings, he kind of says some of the similar things as the other guy. And they really place these stickers in terrible spots. Like, let's take these off. They have them all over the owl. Stuff like that. So, in this foam piece, I was just looking at this. This foam piece you can put to hold this hand up. So, this one down here has a screw. So, if you take these apart and pull this rubber piece off, you can put this hand like here. So, they don't slide down together. So, you can put it here to where it covers that up. And there's a screw down here which would hold this hand in place. So I'll take these back apart, put those in the right spots. But yeah, you just gotta watch his jacket, I would say, for a sensor to catch you. But all in all, he is pretty cool. He is, like I said, he is pretty big. He's 6.5 feet. His face does look pretty cool. It's got that green, weird look to it. He's got nice, bright green eyes. And I thought his mouth was supposed to move, but maybe I'm wrong. I feel like there's something in there that's supposed to move, but maybe I'm just wrong. I thought there was something in there that made his mouth move. But I feel like those have the other one on my other one, his mouth quit moving. So I'm not really too worried about his mouth moving, if that is a thing. I'd have to go watch an actual promo video of it to see. I'm pretty sure his mouth's supposed to move, but his mouth definitely doesn't move. But a shovel movement is pretty cool. I do like the shovel rocking back and forth. That looks pretty cool. I have a really good idea for him, so I'm going to like cover his base with dirt and then have some other stuff like he's digging a fresh grave. I'm going to pile some dirt up and give this dude a really cool thing. I really like the addition of the owl, though. Kind of gives it a whole different character than the other Gravedigger that we have. But the other Gravedigger, I really liked how he was holding the shovel. and holding the lantern and kind of moving around like that, and raising and lowering. He had a lot more movement, but he also broke a lot more. I know my old one broke right away, and this one hopefully should last a little bit longer. I like his sayings. He's got some pretty cool sayings. And all in all, for $200, I think this dude's a really good buy. He's really big, he's really loud, and he looks super creepy, and he's going to fit perfectly in a graveyard setting. So, for more Halloween content, please consider subscribing, and I will catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching.